Hello YouTube, it's Sean from the Pompey Games Room, back with a long overdue pickup video. Now, first off, had a haircut, as you can see. A lot more sensible now rather than the massive hair that I used to have in the last video I put up. But anyway, there's another part to this video. That part will be added to the video as and when I go through, but it'll make sense. Also, I'm sitting further over this way now, so I can put some gameplay footage in here, basically. That's the thinking, but whether it works is another thing. So, anyway, these pickups stem back all the way to November 2013. Long time, I know, but yeah, there's a good reason for that. Look at my last video. Also, I had an operation, very minor operation, in November of last year. So I bought a few games to actually play whilst I was having that operation. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them from memory, basically. I'm not too sure if I put these on a previous video or anything, but I'm going to see how it goes. So basically, like I said, I might be recapping some of these games, but we'll go over them anyway, and I'll see what I can remember. So anyway, I had my birthday in January of this year, and I was 30. So I got a few decent things, to be honest. Really good things. I mean, obviously won my watch, and which I showed in the last thing. Got a fair few books to read and stuff, but I got something I've never ever seen before, and that was a Megadrive pad. Now you're asking, why is it shrink wrapped? Well, I'm going to put some pictures in of this, but it's actually soap. I haven't used it, but that's the company that does it, if anyone's interested. And it was actually given to me by one of my best friends, Phil. Phil also gave me the Mario there, who's now got the 30 badges all over him. So obviously there'll be some pictures in here, but it's really cool. I mean, the detail, it's perfect size and everything. So if you're looking for something to give someone, the retro gamer in your life or something, it's a bit sort of different, yeah, go ahead. It's a Sega bar of soap. Still in its shrink wrap. I probably won't even take it out of that, to be honest, but yeah. So that's the company there, if you can make it out, but otherwise I'll put a big picture in and you can see it that way. So anyway, yeah, that's the soap out of the way. So basically, yeah, like I said, there's two parts of this video. I done a massive pickup. It's the most I've ever spent on retro games in my life. Basically I recorded myself whilst I was driving, a bit like the Ryan Shan does on his videos. It's a bit of a cross really between sort of Blue Tonic 78 and Ryan Shan sort of video style. I do babble quite a lot, and I don't apologise for that. I tend to go on and go over the top on the most pointless of things. Yeah, so basically I'll insert that video later on here, but it's the most money I've ever spent on retro gaming items in my life. But I won't tell you how much I spent, but basically the games I got out of the bundle I got for free by basically moving on the other bits and bobs. So yeah, anyway, so let's start in November. So November I was off work, like I said, and I've got a few games. So we're going to start off with the Sega Saturn. Now, one of these games I'm not too sure if I got in a trade with the Ryan Shan, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to start off with it anyway, and that is Virtual Cop 2. So I'll try and put some footage in the games to the side here. I'm not too sure I'm going to be able to do some for the PS3 titles I've got. So yeah, PS3 titles coming up as well. So anyway, yeah, this is fully boxed. Virtual Cop's one of those games that, to be honest, is hit and miss really nowadays, because you can't really play it on the consoles with the TVs the way they are now, because you can't really use the guns and things. But it used to be an absolutely awesome game back in the day, Virtual Cop 2, Virtual Cop even for that matter. Awesome games, and it's a real shame you can't really play them now. But yeah, I mean, they're unplayable, but maybe I'll have to pick up a CRT TV down the line or something, just a small one, just to play these classics. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that either came in a bundle with these next two, or no, the next one at least, or I bought it or got it in a trade Raj, and it's a long time ago, long time ago. Lots happened since then. The next game is a game actually I know I got on eBay, so there's probably a good chance I bought this one as well. It's a game I used to play back in the arcades again, and that is Manx TT. Much like Sega Rally, it's a classic on the system, and this one is fully boxed. Brilliant condition. It's a game, it's not aged very well, a bit like the Sega Saturn version of Sega Rally. Hasn't aged very well at all really, but it's not bad game to throw on and just play, racing game with your mates and stuff. It's a bit like Daytona, you either love it or you hate it. It's not great, but anyway. And the next game is an absolute classic, and I've already done a first thoughts on it. It is Clockwork Knight. Considered to be one of the best games on the Saturn, yeah, it's sort of, it sort of attracts quite a lot of attention whenever it goes up. Now this is going to go hideously wrong. Either the manual's going to fall out or the discs are going to fall off. But here we go, fully boxed. There we go. So gameplay to the side here. Basically, it's one of those games that attracts quite a lot of attention. And for those of you guys that don't know, I'll hyperlink my video in here somewhere, and you can go take a look at the first thoughts. But yeah, I got really stuck on this game, really stuck, and trying to get past a wall that kept sliding in and out. Basically, got really stuck. So yeah, I ended up probably on that for about 45 seconds to a minute on that video, stuck trying to figure out what I had to do. So yeah, anyway, 3 games into the Sega Saturn collection, really decent titles actually. So we've got Clockwork Knight, Manx TT, and Virtual Cop 2. So pretty good games there. Really happy with that. The Saturn collection's really coming along. Just to give you sort of an update on the games that I'm picking up at the moment. I'm not really going for any sort of full sets or anything, so it's actually quite nice just picking and choosing what I want to play and things. So I'm really enjoying that actually, and I'm absolutely loving sort of just not being forced, but you know what I mean. Like for the collection, I've got to get this game, got to get that for a full set, and the fact I'm not doing that anymore is really good. So really happy. But anyway, so let's move on to the bread and butter of my channel, and that is Megadrive stuff. So I'm pretty sure I haven't covered these on my channel yet. So anyway, I've just realised actually one of the carts is actually in my machine over there. So it's going to be a little bit embarrassing this, but anyway, I do have the cart. In fact, I'll get it mid video. Not even going to pause it or anything. You just watch. Right. First game is a game that's a bit of a sleeper hit for the Mega Drive and the SNES as well. It's actually a little bit better on the SNES. I have played it on the SNES. The only time I've played it is on the SNES, and that is The Lost Vikings. Now, this game can attract quite a lot of attention payment-wise. It can go anywhere on a good day. You can get it for tenner, which is basically what I got it for, or you can get it upwards of 27 to 30 quid. You know what I mean? It's just one of those games that it just fluctuates so much. It's fully boxed. And yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant condition. It just looks like it's never been played. It's one of those games that was either released late on in the Mega Drive's life, or it was just not a very popular game at the time. Maybe the genre of game wasn't very popular or something. But it's a really good puzzler, and it's very similar to Overboard, which is another video I did a long time ago. And it's very similar to that puzzle game. So you've got, basically the idea is you've got 3 Vikings, the Lost Vikings. Funny how that works. Basically, you use them basically one at a time. So one of them hits things, one of them can defend, one of them is really quick and can charge people and stuff. Basically, there's different bits and bobs throughout the missions that you've got to use each one of them for. So you move one on, do the bit you've got to do, the other person comes on, takes over from where he's stopped. So say the person with the shield, if there's someone shooting at you, you take the person with the shield up to the shooter, they'll keep shooting at him, he defends, the other guys jump over any obstacles and get away. So it's like that really. It's an absolutely brilliant game, and I've got to admit I didn't used to like these sort of games when I was a kid, but nowadays playing them, I don't know whether it's just you use your mind or something, but yeah, really enjoyable. Really love this game. Lost Vikings, really happy with that, and I think total I paid $11.50 for that. So it was a buy it now. It got listed and I just bought it straight away. So yeah, Lost Vikings, right place, right time for that. Now anyway, a classic, and you would have seen on my Mega Drive memories, it's by far one of my all-time favourite games. You probably know exactly what it is, but it's Zombies. So Zombies is fully boxed. Fully boxed. Yeah, as you can see, it's been in the system already. So yeah, it's still as good as I remember it being. I've got a lot of memories of playing this on the SNES. In fact, I don't even really think I've played it on the Mega Drive as a kid. But yeah, it's been in the system for a long time now. It's barely been out. But it's just an incredible game. I don't know any Mega Drive fan or SNES fan that doesn't like Zombies. Ain't My Neighbours or Zombies. I just know it's Zombies, but it's an absolute stonking condition in this game. And again, I got this for a really good deal. This was actually on an auction style when I was ill. I ended up playing this for about 2 days, literally. Probably I've put about 11 hours into this. I've completed it, but fantastic game. Who doesn't love zombies? I mean, it's absolutely just one of those games that you play and you think, man, this is absolutely incredible. Where's this been all my life? You know? So Zombies, fully boxed into the collection. Could not be happier. Still actually want to get this on the SNES as well. So we'll keep looking out for the SNES version because that's the one I've got memories of playing. So anyway, Zombies into the collection. Right, so before I click to the other video that I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly go through some PS3 games I got, because otherwise it'll be all out of sync and things like that. So the first game I got for Christmas, yeah, it was Christmas, is Formula 1 2013. 2013. Absolutely brilliant in the PS3. Or no, actually, sorry, I might tell a lie there. No, it's in the PS3. God knows where that one is then. Played it again recently, but the next game has taken up an awful lot of the time, basically, for my playing of the PS3, and I'll explain why in a minute. But yeah, I mean, you know, gameplay wise hasn't really come on an awful lot, but it's a brilliant game still. Updated teams and little bits and bobs. What I'll try and do is my Elgato screen recorder doesn't really record PS3 footage all that well, so and I've realised I've been looking at the bloody screen again. Doesn't record the footage all that well, if I'm being honest, so I'm just going to probably point the camera or my phone at the screen just so I can get some gameplay across to you. But it's a great game. At the moment I'd probably pick up 2012 just for a price, basically. You're going to get exactly the same pretty much from 2012 as you are from this, but just to be up to date, it's a fantastic game, and I've got to admit I've been putting a lot more time into it recently. The next game I'm going to show you has taken up an awful lot of my time. So anyway, the Formula 1 2013, loving it. Thanks, Sam. Actually, I think it was your parents that bought that for me. And it might be my birthday. I got all that wrong. So anyway, the next game I know I got for my birthday. Well, now I'm thinking it might be Christmas, but we'll give it a shot. And that is WWE 2K14. What's not to like about WWE? I mean, come on. You probably know from some of my previous videos, like the WrestleMania video I did. WrestleMania's there. The arcade game. I absolutely love it. Bit of cheesy wrestling. Absolutely hilarious to watch. Bit cringeworthy nowadays. I probably can't remember the last time I actually watched a wrestling show modern day, apart from the cutscenes in this. But yeah, it's the Ultimate Warrior edition. You can probably just see up in the top here. So it's drug takers, you know, special, I suppose. But no, it's fantastic. And the 2K series, they used to make the NHL games. They made NHL 2K 13, 11, 12. You know what I mean. I was a big fan of the 2K series, and as soon as I found out that THQ weren't making these games anymore, and the license had switched, I was all over it. I really wanted to get this game, and the thing is with the THQ versions of the WWE games, they just became really samey and they became a bit lazy, much in the way like Pro Evo got with FIFA. It's one of those games that, you know, it needed a bit of a modernisation period, so they've done that now, and I've got to admit the 2K series is going to inject some new life into these WWE games. The reversals are much better, the moves look really funny, really good, and the gameplay is gripping. It's got all the classic stars on there. I'm a, you know, big Bret Hart fan back in the day, so to have Bret Hart on there and stuff to actually use in sort of scenarios and stuff. They've got 30 years of WrestleMania on there, and I'm literally one event away from completing it. I've put so many hours into this game. I would say this is probably the most hours I've put into a PS3 game for an awful long time, and it's hilarious to play. I'm absolutely loving it. So anyway, WWE 2K14, a must buy. If you can pick it up and you're a wrestling fan, you're going to love it. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant game, and I'm probably a few events away from actually completing it. So yeah, I'll try and put some gameplay into the side here so you can see what it's all about, but it's fantastic, great game, so much enjoyment playing it. So anyway, that's the main pickups before the stuff I'm going to switch to now. Right, okay, I know you're expecting to see a driving video, but I've decided to save you from the boredom. I've sort of taken a weekend to think about this, but I took a lot of footage on my iPhone, basically wedged it in, so I was looking down the bonnet towards the road with me talking over it. But it is a tad loud and it's really boring. It's basically just me, you know, whittering on for sort of probably about 25 minutes. I was probably going to have to cull some of that footage from the video, but no, it was too boring even for one of my videos. Yeah, basically I've decided to cull it and just replace that 25 minutes with this little segment here. Basically just explain what it's all about. So basically I picked up a massive retro gaming lot in Basingstoke after work on Friday. I drove there from work. I got there about sort of 6:15. Now it's quite a long journey, quite a boring journey. You're only really on sort of 3 roads from where I work, and basically yeah, it was a long journey, and I just ended up chatting the whole way talking about retro gaming, and it was a tad embarrassing to watch back and something even I wouldn't have been happy to put in one of my videos. So decided to cull it and yeah, just replace it with this little segment. So what happened was I went up to Basingstoke and yeah, paid the most amount of money that I've ever paid on retro gaming items. I'm not going to say how much they cost me because it's still a lot of money, but I have since sold on an awful lot of the lot. Basically I've probably got about a third left of what I picked up. It took up an awful lot of space and also photographing it for eBay was just unbelievable. So anyway, got the stuff down here and I'll show you in a minute what it was, but yeah, basically the whole thing came around. I was checking eBay and this massively overpriced lot was on there. I managed to negotiate through sort of eBay emails basically what he wanted and what he was looking to get for it and things like that. And I think even he admitted it was massively overpriced. So we came to an agreement, a really good deal. We were both really happy. So I popped up, picked it up, paid in cash, and the rest is history. Now, not too sure that this stuff was from a collector, but it's all in fantastic condition. I mean, proper good condition. So I'm just really happy to get the games that I'm keeping into my collection. Apart from one's a bit sort of hit and miss, but yeah, there's not really much I can do about that other than switch it over when it comes in again. I'm sort of on my pickups down the line and switch it out and replace the cases, which is what I've done with a few of these. They've replaced a few of my games that I've currently got in my collection, and the games that I've now just bought in with this giant lot, I've now replaced them because they're better condition, fully boxed, so on. So yeah, these games have actually come into my collection for pretty much, well, no, free. They haven't cost me a penny apart from my fuel driving up there, but I think the money I'll make back on the games will more than cover my fuel going up there. So really happy, and to be able to get games like this into your collection for free, essentially, it's really good, and it sort of just makes you think, well, everyone else does it, so I'm going to try and get these games into my collection as cheap as possible. And if it means I'm not pushing up prices on eBay by bidding on them, which I've been doing the past sort of 6 months, trying to get some of these games, then yeah, I've sort of done myself a bit of good service there with not pushing up the prices further on eBay, and also for you guys as well. So yeah, it's crazy how much retro gaming's gone up. I was bidding on a few of these games in just standard auctions over the past 6 months, and they went for like £21 each, and it's just incredible. So to be able to pick them up for little, no money at all was just mightily appealing to me. So yeah, picked these games up, really happy with them, got them in for free. So let's hand back to the video and see what I got. Bye. So welcome back. So we're on our way there to pick up this stuff down here. Now I've got to admit, I've actually sold on pretty much all the other stuff already. We've been listing it on eBay. A lot of the auctions went just like that, like literally just flew out the house as soon as they came in, took pictures on eBay, out they went. So I'm still actually minus, as we speak, £13 on what I paid, but to get this stuff for 13 quid I'm very happy with. And to be honest, my phone vibrated just as I was switching the video clips, and I'm pretty sure that might be an item that's sold, so I might be in credit, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to start off. The first thing that I kept out of the giant haul was a thing that I've always wanted to get from the Megadrive. I wanted to get it fully boxed, but I'm not fussed, to be honest, and that is a Game Genie. Now, basically a Game Genie, you slot your cartridge on top, throw it in the Megadrive, and it comes up, allows you to hack it effectively and put loads of cheat codes and stuff in. And it comes with this little book. Now, I'm not too sure if it came with this book or this something you bought basically separately. Basically, it's got loads of different cheats and stuff in, so we're looking at the Immortal game there, all the cheats and everything like that. Something I've always wanted to get as a Mega Drive fan. I mean, I've got like bolt-ons like the X-Band adapter and things like that. I mean, it's totally useless nowadays, but something like this you can actually still use because the cheat codes don't change basically. So that's the first thing. Yeah, it came with a book and stuff like that. It also came with loads of other little posters and cheat books and things like that. So yeah, I was really happy to get that. So that's something I've now got in the collection. So anyway, let's start off with the basic games. A game that I could have picked up for £3 or £4. Basically, it's cost me nothing. And it's not that good, to be honest. Not that good at all. I'm really glad I didn't pay any money for it because it's sort of gone up in value recently. But that is Zool. Fully boxed, in really good condition, probably because it was never ever played. But yeah, it's always basically a platformer, and the character's really hard to control because you just push forward and he flies off, and you know, it's just really hard to actually control him. As you can probably see from here, I'm overshooting things in the game footage. It's alright, it's not bad, but if I'd paid full whack for this back in the day, I probably wouldn't have been happy. But yeah, Zool into the collection for nothing, effectively. So, next one is a case upgrade. Now, I'm pretty sure that I got this from the Ryan Shand. This is the original, so you know what it's going to be now, but it's Urban Strike. Urban Strike was the last game I needed to actually complete my Urban Strike series, so that's my original. Yeah, I've now got a new version in, and it's I'm probably going to switch the case out. Just realised it's actually got the tab missing, but it's fully boxed, this one, and it looks pretty amazing condition. Now, the Strike games are classics for the Megadrive. I'm pretty sure they're on the SNES as well. They are on the SNES, what I'm on about. The Urban Strike game is the last one I actually needed, but I'm definitely going to change the case out because this one here is in a lot better condition to this one, as you can see. You know, hanging tabs, and there's also some dents on the case down here and stuff. So yeah, I mean, Urban Strike getting into the collection for free. I think this was the last one they did actually on the Megadrive, Urban Strike. Then it went to, was it Soviet Strike or something like that? Jungle, Desert, yeah, Soviet Strike. I think that was on the Saturn and things like that, PlayStation. So might have to check those out because I really enjoyed these games. So Urban Strike into the collection for nothing. Next one is another game, a bit like Zool in Cool Spot. You either love it or you hate it. It's basically about the 7-Up sprite going around a platform level with crabs and things like that. Back in the day, really cutting edge game, sort of pretty good screenshots here, but you'll see it from the footage here. Just, you know, really clever game back in the day, and it was just brand advertising, product placement and stuff. Virgin game as well. Virgin were just awesome back in the day. But it's another game I wanted to get in, a lot like Zool, to be honest. These two games are games I've been looking at for a long time to get into the collection, so to be able to get them in for free was just, yeah, a no-brainer, really. Don't know if I showed you, but that's fully boxed. Manual's a bit tattered and torn, but for the amount I'm going to play it and stuff, probably it's fine. But yeah, Cool Spot 1 into the collection. Really happy to get that, as I am with every single one of these. So next one is not fully boxed, but a manual you can pick up on eBay for pretty much no money at all. In fact, there's one on eBay at the moment for £1.20, so I'll be buying that straight after, I think. And that is Spot Goes to Hollywood, basically Cool Spot 2. So this game on any day, if it's fully boxed, can go for about 20 quid. I've seen it go for. So to get it in for nothing was brilliant. A lot more tidy game this compared to the first one. The first one was a bit clunky, and you know, it was a fantastic game back in the day. But this is more isometric. You know, there's a lot of isometric levels. There's a pirate ship level and things like that. And you know, rather than you'll see just from the difference in the gameplay. Basically, this is just a standard platformer, whereas this is more an isometric platformer. So, but no, a lot better this one. I actually enjoyed this a lot more, and I've actually played the Sega Saturn version, I think, of Spot Goes to Hollywood, and I actually really enjoyed that. So that'll be another Saturn game I'm looking for. So Spot Goes to Hollywood. Next one is another upgrade. This was just unbelievable when I got this. So my original here is the game I was banned from getting in the stores a long time ago, and I told you, probably around my last birthday actually, and that was Clay Fighter. This is my original one here, and it's not in bad condition, but the case is really loose and stuff, so you know, it's just me being very sort of picky on my cases and stuff. But that's the original, and the new one is pretty much not a mark on it. It looks brand new. Even got the Sega sticker still on the side, and inside it's just absolutely brilliant condition. So I've just noticed there's an arm missing. So oh dear, that's gone wrong. But yeah, anyway, so case is much better, so I'm happy with that. Clay Fighter into the collection, a better condition version. Actually, I love this cover art. It's just hilarious, but I can sort of see why my mum didn't want me buying this back in the day in macro. Yeah, it's just basically a psychotic snowman. But yeah, it's a fighting game. Those of you guys that haven't played it, often gets thrown in with Rise of the Robots as not a very good game. Fantastic cover art, but not a very good game. Yeah, anyway, absolutely love this game. So many happy, funny memories of this game. It's just not even funny. Clay Fighter, another case upgrade. This is from the Ryan Channel as well. That is probably one of the most difficult Micro Machine games to get into your collection, and that is Micro Machine Military. This one I made up effectively. Ryan Shan sent me it. It was just cartridge only, so that's the one he sent me. This is the one I now have. So fully boxed. Really happy to get that. Again, game goes anywhere 15 to 25 quid any day really. So really happy to get this in. Basically, the only difference between this is you've got the use of guns and tanks and planes and everything else, you know. Brilliant game, by far my favourite Micro Machines game that they have, and you're really happy to get this into the collection, guys. And you can probably see why I was so happy to drive and get some of this stuff, but the next two games will just, you know, yeah, really happy to get that. So now this next game is one I played on my Ultimate Megadrive collection, which I think is somewhere behind me, up there somewhere. But yeah, it's a game that I played and I didn't much like, but to be honest, I haven't really put a lot of time into it on the Megadrive Essential Collection for the PS3, and I've played it again since in the cartridge form, and it's just brilliant. I absolutely love it. Now, this isn't in the best condition, I'm going to be honest with you, but to get it in the collection for free, if another version comes in, I could still get my money back, and that is Rystar. Designed by the guys that made Sonic. You can tell by the trainers he's wearing, I suppose, just looking at them. Very similar to the Sonic red and white ones, but yeah, it's a bit sort of dog-eared on the back, as you can see up the top there. But game-wise, it's fantastic. Rystar, really good game, clever design, and the sprites look pretty cool as well. So inside it's fully boxed, but to be honest, it's not in the best condition. There's a stamp on the manual, you might be able to see it, and the cartridge is a little worn. But any given day, this can sell for 20 to 30 quid. So I was happy to get this in for not a lot of money. It's a platform game. The main character is a star, obviously. And yeah, it's very Sonic-esque, you know, sort of going through the levels, very similar. You'll probably see from the footage here, it's very similar to any other Sonic game, basically. But Rystar, into the collection, happy. Now the next game I've bid on it up to about 40 quid, and I gave up because I've got massively happy memories of this game as a kid, and to get it back in and play it with such a nostalgia buzz, and you know what I'm like with nostalgia buzzes, and you know, playing it with my brothers back in the day, it just brings back so many memories. So, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Hyperstone Heist. Hyperstone Heist. Love the game, can't even get the name right. Yeah, absolutely brilliant game. This is the main reason I went all the way to Basingstoke after work on that Friday night to go get it. Fully boxed, perfect condition, really happy. And when I was playing this, I've got to admit, it just brought back so many memories. The one sound effect that they all use when they hit people, the really annoying sound effect, which you'll probably hear here, just constantly looping. But it's just such a classic game, absolutely brilliant. And like I said, I've seen this sell hideous money. I mean, never seen it sell for over 100, but it gets close. It gets to like mid-70s sometimes, and I got it for free. So yeah, just could not be happier with the Hyperstone Heist. And it's one of those games that attracts an awful lot on eBay. So really happy to get it in. So yeah, some proper nostalgia hit with this game. To seal off this video, couldn't have been better. But probably going to do a gameplay of this sometime as well. So really enjoying this game, playing it again. So anyway, up to date. Yeah, it's been something on my mind, wanting to get this recorded for so long, and to finally get it recorded now sort of means I've actually got to do other things. So other videos, I'm sort of thinking of the other videos I got recorded, but they're already long, and thinking about it, this one's probably up there in 40 minutes or something like that, but it's because I babble. I'm doing it now. So but anyway, yeah, I'm recording this basically before I go to the England-Denmark game tonight at Wembley. And I'm going to bet the score is going to be 2-1 with you guys. Never made an actual bet in my life on any sport, but 2-1. I think, you know, I only know Bentner, to be honest, for Denmark. So we'll just say Bentner the score, shall we? I'm not going to go for England, so I don't really know who's playing. But I think 2-1 win. But anyway, yeah, really looking forward to going to Wembley. I go to watch a lot of the games there now at England with my dad, and looking forward to it. But
you can fill in all your details and you could win a chance to come down at half-time against England against Peru. That's in May. Let me just say the prize, and then I'll give you all the details.
let down.
Oh well.
Yeah, so I'm home from work early, so I thought I'd just grab a second 40 minutes and record this video. Long overdue, but anyway guys, won't leave it so long next time. Hope you're all well. Please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.